Hello, everyone. We'll go ahead and get started with the Ways and Means Committee meeting for January 26, 2026. And there's no call-ins. So I need an approval. We have an approval of minutes, and I need a motion and a second for our January 5th, 2026 meeting. Ms. Sharon Williams and Ms. Marcia, second. Are there any comments or questions? Changes? Okay, let's vote. Okay, motion passed. Okay, moving on to our informational items, and let's begin with our December collections and transaction report presented by Rachel Parker.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Everyone got the report in their packet, and at this time I have nothing to add to that.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments? I see none. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, moving on to our County Election Commission, Ms. Elizabeth Gannon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I wanted to follow up. I did reach out to my contact at the post office who had asked her to come and speak. I did not hear back. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be successful. However, I did see today there is a national article regarding this topic that I forwarded on to Betty, and
Yes.
she can disperse it to anybody that's interested. It does have a quote from the postal office as to the reasoning behind this, so it might be a good reference for anyone if they would like more information on that.
Yes, I had an opportunity to glance through that, haven't read it in detail, but I'll definitely send it out to anyone. Or how do we do that, Scott? Just send it to everybody? Yeah. Okay. Marcia?
Are you recommending we may have talked about this last time, but a minimum time frame of people to mail in their ballots?
We are saying to be, I don't want to say a time, right? Because then if that time frame isn't met, then it comes back on us. So I am very fearful of saying, 24 or 48 hours. So we're trying to leave it as pretty broad. Postmark rules have changed. Get your ballot in early. If you wait until the last minute, use a drop box or go into the office and have a clerk postmark it directly. So I am hesitant to put an actual time frame on it for that reason.
The discussion that Betty and I had was we were thinking, just to be on the safe side, till a week.
Mm-hmm.
Get it in the mailbox a week ahead of time.
Yeah.
So
We are putting every vote by mail ballot that comes out, it will have an insert inside of it that explains this change and to be aware of it. I am actually doing a podcast with Tim from Communications tomorrow at Distilled on this topic. We have social media that's already been created to be shared on our social media pages. And we offer a service called Ballot Tracks to our vote by mail voters. It's a free service that you can sign up for. You can receive a text, an email, or a phone call. So we are adding language to that for our outbound messages. So when your ballot is sent out from our office, you receive a message. So we're adding additional language to that outbound, letting voters know of this. And then we're also going to send another email or push, 14 days and 7 days, letting them know of this change and just to be aware of it. So we're really trying to get the word out and educate the voting population.
Good. Any other questions or comments?
I have more comments.
Yes, please.
So hopefully most of you remember when we were doing our Did You Knows, I gave a presentation on the public test That is coming up next Tuesday, February 3rd at 9 a.m. As it says, it is open to the public. This is where we test to make sure that the voting equipment itself and the software is working properly. Every contest, referendum is voted on. So we'll do Republican ballots, Democratic ballots, and you just really get to see how the process works and ask any questions that you may have. So if anyone is interested in attending that, again, it is next Tuesday, February 3rd at 9 a.m. at our office.
Okay. And that'll be posted on your website.
It is on our website. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, oh, that'd be interesting.
And then early voting and vote by mail begins next Thursday, February 5th.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for those ballots in the mail I would assume they'll be there by Monday, Tuesday of the following week.
Mhm.
So that's
Okay.
all I have.
I do have a question, and perhaps you've answered this already, in regards to those who may choose, even at this time, to do sign up for an early mail-in ballot. Is it still time? Is there still time for that?
There's plenty of time.
Yes.
You can request a vote by mail ballot up to the week prior to the election. I don't recommend that, but you can
Yeah.
for law, for statute. So you can do that by calling our office or going to our website. There is an application that you can fill out on our website at peoriaelections.gov.
Okay. Mhm. Any other questions, comments? I see none. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay. Moving on to our Supervisor of Assessments, Mr. Chad Jones.
Hello.
Hello.
This time of year, we are in the Supervisor Assessment Office. We are working on getting the 2026 exemption renewals mailed out, and we anticipate having that done next week. Particularly the senior citizen assessment freeze, because there hasn't been a change on that this year that we've talked about. So, one question, by the way, that we get a lot, and I think the state obligates us to include information about the tax deferral program, which is completely separate from the senior citizen assessment freeze.
Mhm.
There's some kind of tight window to get the tax deferral program. That's the treasurer's office, but there's a tight window to get that applied for. But we get the question a lot about senior citizen assessment freeze. When do they have to have the application in? We put on our form they have to have it in by the end of October. We do that so that in November we can run a report to see who we expected to file their application and hasn't, and then we send out a little reminder and postcard. So really, we have until the end of the year to get it in pretty comfortably. But I've been getting that question a lot. I don't know, it's because of the change or because of the tax deferral program.
Mhm.
So the assessment office is also, we've got final decision letters going out at the end of this week for the board review decisions. And so we're going through just doing some reporting in anticipation of getting the final abstract to the state, which is the next process we have to do after the decision letters go out. So we're working on that this week, as well as getting the decision letters out. So
Great. Yes.
about it. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, comments? Okay, I see none. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Mhm. All right. Moving on to our treasurer, Mr. Brendan Martin. Brendan.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So just finalizing our first round for our new tax bill for taxes that are 25 due in 26. Making a few changes there just to keep the public informed and a little more educated on how they can pay so they don't get late and get the penalties. We are getting ready. March 5th, I believe, is the date we will be sending out the mobile home tax bills. So finalizing all those, we've really stepped up our communication with the mobile home parks to try to get everybody current and in line with, just making sure we know what units are on what lots and that sort of stuff to help us kind of collect a little easier and make sure everyone's up to date. And then we're getting ready for the audit starting here. And that's about it.
Yeah. I have a question. Are you getting a lot of call-ins in regards to this time, or will you see it later on?
Later on.
Yeah.
It's been pretty quiet on the phones, which is
Okay.
nice.
Mhm.
We get caught up on things. So
Mhm. Any other questions, comments? I see none. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, I have no report from the Veterans Assistance Commission. I don't see them. So we'll move on. There are no resolutions, and we do have. Okay, I need a motion for a committee action for the review of executive session minutes. Marcia first and Matt second. And Jennifer.
Thank you. Yes, the state's attorney's office recommends that all previously held minutes continue to be held because the need for confidentiality still exists, and to destroy executive session audio recordings that are more than 2 years old, except for those that relate to pending litigation.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Comments? Okay, let's vote. Okay, vote is unanimous. Thank you. Okay, moving on to public comment. Are there any? I see none. Miscellaneous? And I see none. This meeting is adjourned.